The cow in this video has a huge amount of hoof horn peeling away from the heel of this back right foot. Now it's my job to remove every little bit of it. This is the Hoof GP. The aim of the job here is to strip all of these external layers of hoof horn completely away from the sole. We want to get our knife underneath this flap and tear all of that away from what is underneath. We might find more layers, we might not. We need to take any pressure off any sore areas of her foot, and we're probably going to need a block in doing so. We could do this with a knife and nippers, but we have the grinder, so we're going to grind away these outer layers as quickly as we possibly can. This reduces stress on the cow because it reduces the amount of time she's in the crush, and it reduces the workload on me because the machine is doing the work for me. Just look at the amount of bruising in this area. That alone tells you that this claw is overloaded. Carve this out. Such a satisfying part of the process. These big, lovely, smooth curves that you cut out of the cow's foot. And just stop about there. So you can actually trim this all the way through until it's soft and pliable like that, because the cow's not walking on it. I can actually go a little bit further because the cow's not putting any pressure on that part, and actually all it is space for the bone up inside to descend down into this area. And then we model this side out as well, but to a lesser extent, because it's really just to allow the manure to dissipate up in between the claws a little bit better. Does help slightly with the bone above it, but this claw isn't being used quite as much as that outer one. Right, lovely. Now let's attack this flap. That is substantial, isn't it? So we'll get a knife right in here, and we'll see how much of this we can take away in one go, will we? Get that. So you can clearly see now what hasn't been attached. There's the sole itself. This is the periopal horn, which is why it's so bendy and flexible. That is a substantial chunk. And we'll just continue on with that mission. Lots of heavy traffic outside the shed today. You can probably hear it in the background. I think this is where the problem is, underneath this little crack that you can see. Well, the entire area is the problem, but I think this is where it's originated from. Use the hook of my knife to separate those areas and sort of pry out the parts that I want to get rid of. Work my way around the outside wall of this foot. Again, use the hook of a knife to get in there and flick it away from the rest of the foot. It's so hard. Now we're clearly going to need a block, so we'll get that on right now. Like that. Lovely. Get all this washed out. Good so far. Just extend this further down. The knife is not sharp. Hopefully this one is. Yeah, much better. And that actually comes a lot further down. I'm really struggling with the knife here, so using the grinder really helps me out. But as soon as I've got rid of that height from that solar area, I move back to using this knife. It's incredible how gentle you can be with a grinder, actually. problem there. Can I get a wrap ready, please, Craig? It's ready, comes the reply. Happy days. So there you have it. This is how this hoof started out, with this colossal flap of loose hoof horn. All it was doing was providing a harbour for bacteria and muck to congregate, and in the process make this cow incredibly uncomfortable. We have removed a huge amount of hoof horn, and now that we've sprayed on this topical solution and Craig has wrapped it up, this cow will be much more comfortable. Oh, and by the way, if you've made it this far, please join this community by clicking the subscribe button below this video and joining our herd.